Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar with the team IMU Nutrition, Unlocking Industry and Global Pathway. I'm Dr. Penny Chong, lecturer in the nutrition program at IMU University, and I oversee the nutrition practicum and internship placement for our students. We are so excited to have you with us today to explore how IMU nurture future-ready nutritionists through hands-on industry placement and meaningful global internship opportunities designed to build both real-world experience and international exposure. Before we begin, there are some housekeeping rules. We have muted the microphone, so if you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to use the Q&A panel. And the live webinar for today will be recorded. For your information, IMU University offers a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, a 3-year degree for a career in the field of nutrition, and graduate with the degrees are registrable as a registered nutritionist under the Malaysian Allied Health Professional Act. If you are interested to go abroad, we also offer a credit transfer degree pathway to Deakin University, Australia, which is a 2+1 program. For further information, you may refer to the link shared in the chat box, and please feel free to reach out to us for further explanation. Today, you will hear firsthand from three of our final year's nutrition students that will share their internship journey, what they have learned, how they have grown, and how those experiences have shaped their future aspiration. We also shed lights on how IMU's strong network of industry and global partners enhance our students' educational and career development. We encourage you to engage with us, ask more questions, share your thoughts with us, and explore how IMU can be part of your journey in nutrition. Right, without further ado, please allow me to introduce our first speaker, Miss Sally Viranvatan. Sally is an international student from India. Currently, she is pursuing her Bachelor of Science in Nutrition at IMU University in Malaysia. So Sally is currently undertaking a 6-week international internship at Deakin University in Australia, our partner degree transfer university. With a strong interest in community nutrition and public health, she is committed to use her skill and knowledge to create meaningful change in the field of nutrition. Sally will be sharing with us today our global exposure, expanded horizon beyond border. Let's hear from Sally.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chong. Let me share my screen. Okay, so hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the presentation, and I'm Saili, and I'll be presenting on the topic of global exposure, expanding horizons beyond borders. So this is just not a journey, it's a lot of experiences and fun-filled memories. So let's begin. Okay, so this is a slight bit of introduction about myself. I hail from Mumbai, India, but I have moved to KL, Malaysia when I was a young child. And right now I'm studying at the IMU University with doing the course of Bachelor's of Science in Nutrition honors. And currently I am placed at Deakin University, which is a partner university of IMU, and I'm undergoing the Global Mobility Program. So, of course, being a nutrition student, I'm passionate about food and also the nutritional content of it. Yes. So, what is all international student hype about at IMU? So, let's break it down into smaller pieces. Right. So these are the major four backbones of international students at IMU. Firstly, the amazing supporting mentors and lecturers who are always with you no matter what. May it be through academics or your personal problems, they're always there to help you no matter how busy they are. And the first two pictures, you can see them right there, smiling ever as happy as ever. The second one is the buddy system. IMU actually provides a very good facility for international students where you'll be assigned a buddy from the IMU admin. So he or she is going to help you throughout your 3 year or 4 year course. You maybe few tips how to commute to IMU, things to do, everything. So my first ever friend at IMU was my international buddy itself. So it's very helpful. Thirdly, being the clubs and societies, of course, it's a great way to mingle around, make new friends, attend events, and associate with all other IMU students. Nevertheless, there's also admissions and the visa department where they are absolutely helpful when it comes to your visa renewal and your passport and everything. They send you very well integrated reminders, so you don't have to worry about that. And last but not the least, we also have the industry events and engagement department where they conduct a lot of extracurricular activities apart from academics. So the third picture you can see in on my slide is from a LinkedIn workshop where we were supposed to create our own LinkedIn profile so that it's helpful for our professional portfolio. So, adding on to my international student experience, I think this slide pretty much sums it up. It brings me a lot of memories and a lot of joy. So, these are all images and pictures from our lab practicals. So, the first one is actually from our food nutrition lab, and we were cooking something. We were cooking and meal planning for a module known as maternal and child health. So, that's an experience we have throughout these 3 years. The second picture being from a module of microbiology where we got to view a lot of bacteria under microscope and culture it. It was pretty fun. The one next to it is for the module for analysis of nutrients. So we basically saw the basic components of carbs, protein, and fats. It was pretty cool as well. We have our research pictures here, another picture of our anemia awareness boost, which came under the health promotion module. And the picture next to it is my very first lab practical at IMU. So that one should have been here. And the one next to it actually features one Jess. So she is actually a breastfeeding and a lactation expert. So IMU gave us an opportunity to have a lecture from her, which was amazing, and she shared us a lot of tips and tricks on our research as well. So a big shout out to Ponches as well. And the last picture is just a fun picture that I thought I should add because IMU is just not about studies, it's also about making friends. And the last picture signifies everything. So, just to sum it up, the support I received at IMU actually turned every challenge into a sort of opportunity and a stepping stone towards my global goals in future. Yep. And I would also like to thank my lecturers and my mentors and IMU for giving us the opportunity to represent IMU and Malaysia at the CMO REFCON Youth Forum 2024. So we were given the chance of actually presenting our views on sustainable eating, youth leadership, and climate change. So me and my partner Claire, we were selected out of the 89 entries from Southeast Asia, and we made it to the top five. So, again, a big thank you to IMU to actually give us this opportunity. Yes, so moving on, I'll be sharing slightly on my internship experience. Through IMU, I have been given the three opportunities for my placement. So the first one being at the KK placement, which was held at the community setting, which was for 10 weeks. And secondly, for my industry placement, I chose Georgian cooking as my option. And there I learned a lot of social media skills and communication skills. And thirdly, the most exciting one is at the Deakin Uni, which I'm currently undergoing. And IMU has funded a slight bit of money, and it has been of great help that IMU has actually given this chance to send us global. Right. So, talking a little bit more deeply into my internship experience for Georgian's cooking. So, Georgian Thai is a well known name in the industry, and I was eternally grateful to work under him. So, what did I basically learn at Georgian's cooking? So, I learned creating nutritional content for Instagram, TikTok, and all other social medias. I learned to simplify the nutritional science concepts so that it is more accessible to the local public, made the content relatable, reached thousands of people through social media campaigns like daily habits, daily health tips, and whatnot. And last but not the least, I also built my communication skills. Right. And right now, I'll be talking about my very last placement opportunity, which is at Deakin. And from there, I will be talking about how Deakin has changed me. This is Welcome to Melbourne. So, my very first step of the Deakin placement. So, Melbourne is a wonderful city to start off with. Yes, it is slightly unpredictable with the weather, but I could see that there's a lot of fitness awareness around the population, a lot of parks everywhere. Whenever you go out, you see people walking their dogs, running, stretching. So there's a lot of fitness awareness. They eat very healthily, and they often take the public transport since it's very easy and convenient as well. So that adds on to their daily fitness routine. So lovely place and worth the visit. Um, this is just a slight bit of okay, yep. That was just a sneak peek of one of my day at the Deacon. So that's about that. Um, Yes, moving on to the actual university placement. I've been a part of a lot of webinars, lectures, meetings, events. So I really thank IMU and Deacon, both of them, for actually giving me that exposure. So I've thrown some pictures here. The first one being a research meeting, my very first research meeting with the team. I met lots of new people. Big shout out to Yen, Abby, and also Amelia for making me feel so warm here at Melbourne. And I was part of few of the interesting lectures, such as the maternal nutrition in pregnancy and in child health through a food insecurity kind of a way. I never looked at it that way, so that gave me a perspective on the Australian take as well. And we had speakers from the UK, so they shared their views as well on just on their countries and everything. So I did gain a lot of international exposure while I was at Deakin. I was also part of listening to research proposal presentations. So it ranged from methane emissions to UPF and also flag football. So a range of lot of topics here and there, and it was amazing. I actually soaked every bit of it as just knowledge. Um, so, just to sum it up, Deakin is an excellent place to have your placement, and it's a huge campus. They have high tech labs, warm environment all around, and to sum it up, it was a perfect time to come here, and I loved each and every moment I spent. So these are just few things I was a part of while I was at Deakin. So I was engaged with a slight bit of research on evidence-based practice among health practitioners, international perspectives in food and nutrition, just a comparison between grocery store and also a day on plate comparison like Australian and Malaysian, and last but not the least, the reflective journal. So overall, it was an amazing experience as an international student, right, coming right from India to KL and now to Melbourne. So it was a very, very fulfilling and an enrichment, I would say. So, just a small conclusion from my side that being an international student actually taught me to adapt quickly, communicate across all cultures, and think critically, and not just in classrooms, but also in real life and applying my concepts that I've learned throughout these 3 years. And I'll leave you with the quote saying, studying abroad doesn't just change your perspective, in fact, it expands it. So that's it from me. And I thank you for being a part of my presentation. And let me know if you have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. It's truly inspiring to see how IMU has helped to bridge your path to global opportunities and supported your dream to pursue further study in nutrition on an international stage. Next, I would like to invite our second speaker, Mr. Chu Yen Sin. So, Mr. Chu Yen Sin is a final year nutrition student from the NT 122 cohort. Currently, he's pursuing his Bachelor of Science in Nutrition at IMU University. He has applied his academic knowledge through various practical settings, beginning with his community nutrition internship at Klinik Kesehatan Kelana Jaya. He was actively involved in nutrition education, the development of educational material, and health promotion campaigns. Currently, he is completing his final internship at Health Lane Family Pharmacy, a graduate training program, in short form GTP, which is our partner of IMU. This partnership offers valuable professional training in retail nutrition practice, where he provides evidence-based nutrition advice, engage customers in health queries, and supports community nutrition efforts. Passionate about evidence-based practice and public health, Yensin hoped to make nutrition information more accessible and relevant, empowering people to make informed choices about their health. Let's hear from him how internship as a steps in getting job ready in the field of nutrition. Let's welcome Yensin.
Thank you, Dr. Chong. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Yansin. So please give me a few seconds to share the screen. All right, so I'm here to share my experience of this half year from January to July in two places, KK Klinik Kesehatan, which is health clinic in Kelana Jaya, and also community pharmacy kind of setting, which is Health Lane Family Pharmacy, Sri Petaling branch. All right, so as an introduction, why do I choose nutrition? This is because that nowadays there's a trend of preventing of getting disease because we do not hope to like always get for treatment or even we have to have surgery, have some major treatment like maybe kind of like laser or those kind of very high tech of treatment. Then why not we just making our lifestyle more healthier and we can prepare healthier food for us. We can know how much exercise to do. We can eat healthily by choosing the right food. Yeah, so this is very important. Like just now, the first point mentioned, everyone needs food. So how to eat healthily is very important that not all of the population know about that. And after learning that, you are able to help everyone in your life, including your friends, your family members. For example, one of my family members actually having high cholesterol before. And she passed me the blood test report and asked, oh, is this level very high? And if I do not want to take medication, what method can I try to use? Then I start discuss with her that, oh, okay, this level is actually not very high. You can still modify it through your lifestyle, through your exercise, like through your daily activities. If you are sitting too much, you have to do some exercise. If you are eating too oily, you have to reduce the fat intake. So it's very important that you have the space of improvement before it getting too severe. Yeah. And after that, I really see that like after few months of taking supplements, the suitable one, and also she changed her lifestyle, I can see that yeah, there's really improvement compared to the few months ago. All right, so before we go into internship, IMU actually prepared us some important key modules that we have to really learn well before we can go to the internship. The first module that I have to introduce is nutritional assessment method is in our semester 2. So sorry, this module actually teaches a lot of way, the way to how to assess whether this individual is healthy or not, like by seeing their body weight, their height, and also whether they are eating healthily, their diet. Okay, we have to recall asking them, okay, so what did you eat yesterday? If we are not, this is not random. You have to be very accurate, like how many bowl, how big is the bowl? Is it that big bowl or the small one? Is it the rice bowl or the soup bowl? Yeah, it's not like, oh, it's like that lah, a little bit lah, but you have to be very accurate. Yeah, how many gram, how many spoon, teaspoon, tablespoon, every unit has to be very accurate. Yeah, and next one is community nutrition, is that we have to plan modules and also we plan programs, events. Okay, how do we give the correct thing to the population? For example, if we are going to a school, we know that, oh, they are around like 7 to 12 years old, and what do they actually need? What issues are they facing? Are they taking enough calcium for their growth? Are they taking enough protein? Or are they eating too sweet? So this is something that we have to go and and look before we actually carry the program to them. Yeah, the next program is nutrition education and communication. This is also very important as we give nutrition education to individual, to populations, to groups. Yeah, there are different age group, different ethnicity, different clients from another country. So it's very important that you know how to deliver your message in the right way to all of the clients from other country or from other places that you might be not so familiar with. Yeah. And your communication way is important. You do not let them feel nervous. You do not let them feel like it's very hard to achieve. You have to let them know that, oh, it's actually easy, that I can follow step by step and day by day. Yeah. Next module is functional food, nutraceuticals, and supplements. This is one important module because they actually teach you how to search reliable sources. Like for example, someone might say green tea essence is good for your health, but it's not said by the market auntie uncle or it's not said by Facebook. It's actually from research articles from the reliable sources. So you have to know how to search correct things, correct info from correct site so that you can give your clients to know this is not a random source. This is something that scientifically proven. Yeah. The next module is the health promotion and program management in nutrition. This is also similar to community nutrition, where we have to carry out like planning, counting the budget, execution, feedback. So everything you have to consider and plan it with your team. So this is actually very important before we really go to internship, that we have one project that carry out in the school to let us have the experience of carrying such program. All right, so how here I'm going to share my first practicum site, Clinic Kesehatan Kelana Jaya, that I have spent 10 weeks there from January to mid-March. So what are the job scope that we have to do there? So first is the nutrition consultation. We mainly meet mothers and kids, but it's not every day, just 1 day a week. And sometimes we have to go to the other clinic kesehatan to cover. So what are the issues faced by them? If for kids, usually it's underweight, they might be not eating enough, or they might be eating too much, leading to obesity. Yeah, for pregnant mothers or lactating mothers, underweight or obese are common too. And also one issue is that iron deficiency, anemia, because anemia can be caused by their diet or by genetic. So we only investigate more on how to eat correctly to get back the normal level of the iron. Yeah, so below there's two pictures showing that I share information to the clients based on their case. So this is actually one memorable experience for me because we don't get much chance before to actually see real case patient. So this is one major part in KK. Yeah. Next thing is we would go to visit school canteen, hostel kitchen, and also daycare center to see what kind of food they are serving to their students, to their kids. Like for example, we have visited one school in Damansara, and we noticed that the most popular store that most students queue there one is the food that's selling sweet appam balik. Yeah, so this is actually one thing that we concern and we feedback to the principal so that they are noticed, oh, actually this is not good for their health. And I have to take action on how do we discuss with the management level and how do we have the next step of action. So it's very important that you notice something and you deliver to the higher level. Yeah. And we also check the food served like for the hostel kitchen, for the hostel students, or what do they eat dinner. Yeah, because they are staying at the school. So they are not only eating from the canteen, you also have to check the hostel kitchen. And we also visited the daycare centers, like the right bottom there, there's a picture of the fridge. So we actually noticed that the food arranged inside are very are not messy and there are no smell, they are just fresh, the items are fresh, meat and veggie are separate, they are not using the same container. So this to ensure that the food safety level that provided to the kids are very good so that they are not getting any of the foodborne illness. Yeah, we also conducted one nutrition education for the primary school students to teach them how to eat correct portion of food, how to eat moderately, and have to include different variety of food to help their growth because it's a very key phase for their growth. So actually, the nutritionists in community in clinic they also plan programs for them. Yeah, we also did some post making for social media about healthy eating. Like for different festival, you might be eating a lot of the nice food, but how do we ensure we enjoy the food but not getting it too much? Yeah, research on population's health status also being done. So we will use some data done by the Ministry of Health, and we further elaborate on that particular area whether the patient's health condition is getting better compared to the previous year. Yeah. And what did I learn from Clinic Kesihatan? I would say one thing is the time management, as you might be picking some of the place that is not near from your house. You have to travel from your house to there. You have to estimate, oh, how do I travel? What method should I use by car, by public transport, by LRT? So you have to think and plan before you actually go. Yeah, and also teamwork with other units in the clinic. This is what we call interprofessional learning, where you work with nurses, with doctor, with pharmacists to actually read the report given by them to say, oh, okay, they refer the patient to us nutritionists is because they might be lacking in some nutrients, leading of like maybe iron deficiency, iodine deficiency. They have to read, and we give discussion or we say education to the client. And also we have to read some reports about their blood cholesterol, their blood sugar. So you have to really know what's the normal level and what's too much or too little. I also learned program management and execution, where this is one major part that nutritionist has to do. Like just now we say, IMU did taught us before, and we have to really plan one for the primary school students. And I also learn to prepare materials from the high quality scientific evidence sources by searching the reliable network, the reliable website, articles, books, okay, to prepare the things so that the readers knowing that this is not from random sources. And one thing that really critical is that we improve our Malay language because what we have learned in the school these few years are actually in English, so that we might be lacking of the language skill to deliver the nutrition knowledge to the public in Malay. Yeah, so this is really one memorable improvement that I would say. Yeah. After that, after a short break of about 1 week, I have went to Health Lane Family Pharmacy, Sri Petaling, to continue my 16 weeks of practicum, which is from mid-March to now. So what is my job there? Okay, first, of course, you have to serve customers who step in that are looking for supplements or any health food. They might be not very sure on which product to choose. Then you have to let them know, okay, so tell me what's your case, and they will be telling you, and you have to ask them, oh, so did you take any uh any similar product before, or do you feel good after eating that? Any side effect that you feel like after eating that? So we have to discuss with them what's the case, and after that you have to recommend the suitable product for them. For example, some pregnant lady might be not able to take those supplements with herbal extract because there are not enough evidence. Yeah, so you have to avoid those kind of case depending what customer you are. Yeah, and to answer customers' inquiries, is they have any, sometimes they might be buying enough, they might be apply them, trying your best to let them understand and have the product, uh, like use it in the right way. Yeah, and sometimes I also conduct health screening to help the customers to measure blood glucose, uric acid, and lipid profile. Those are the few popular options that most of the clients will pick. And I would take the test strip and I would just take blood and help them do. This is actually not carried in the course, but I'm very glad that I got the chance to learn about that. Yeah. And sometimes we have to pack items for delivery because there might be outlets requesting some items that we do not have, we have to give. Yeah. And sometimes we have to assist in opening and closing of the shop if you are the one that arrive early or you are the one that stay until the last minute. So what did I learn from Health Lane? Actually, interprofessional cooperation is very important because we are working with the whole healthcare team, with pharmacists, with different personnel from healthcare, different healthcare background, so that you have to communicate with them. If they are already taking this medicine, so any supplements that they might not be able to take. Yeah, so you have to discuss with them first to avoid giving some not suitable products. And interpersonal relationship with the colleagues and supervisors are important as you are going to different place, you meet different person with different personalities and working style. You have to really work well with the team to actually bring the greatest impact, or else you are not you are only just working alone. Yeah, management skills are definitely important. How to maintain the tidiness, the cleanliness of the place. How do we make sure that all the information given are up to date? Are the prices up to date? Are the products new or old? If they are old, are we going to send back to the factory? You have to check for daily maintenance, also for the consumer safety. Yeah. So one more thing is that we have to communicate scientific theory to clients in a simpler way. You cannot be telling them how that fat molecules is going to break down in the body and how it and how our liver will take it in and excrete that out. So we are not going to tell the complex story, but just tell them in a simpler way so that they are able to understand and get to know why they have to take that supplement to help their health. Yeah, and we also have to check product information to confirm it's safe to consume to a specific population. For example, some kids that that lower than 2 years old might not suitable to take some of the supplement that you have to check how how many years old is that child and is it suitable to take kind of cases like that. And achievement progressions in learning and success in these two practicum site. I learned to apply theoretical knowledge in real world setting because you have spent like two years more in university learning all the theories and all the concept. And how do we apply to real world places to really help your customers or patients to become healthier and they really see the improvement. This is something that you're very satisfied after you have seen them telling you, oh, you know, after I have taken the supplement that you recommended, I really feel that now I'm not so tired already. I have more energy to do my work, and I feel that I just became younger. So this is something that you would definitely appreciate the feedback from the customers or from the patients. I also developed teamwork and collaboration. Like just now, what we mentioned, we work with different healthcare professionals that you have to communicate and discuss. I also boosted my confidence and professionalism as a future nutritionist, as you really need some social experience before you really get into your first job. So this half year of internship actually is a very precious opportunity for me. And I enhance skills in making educational materials. Like in KK, we always spend time making Facebook posts to share daily lifestyle tips to the readers. Yeah. And improve adaptations to different working environment. Okay, so we might not be only working in one place. We might be very like work here, work there to different places. So time management is one important thing, that how do we plan everything well and we did it, complete it before the due date. And also independence. Sometimes you might not be having someone that assisting you. You have to complete some certain tasks by yourself. And also flexibility. Sometimes you might have to change in some way, but you have to follow the science theory. But just sometimes if you are giving some suggestions, you cannot be too fixed and too solid. You have to make it like more easier to follow by the patient or clients. All right, so that's all from me. Thank you for listening. So if you have any question, please type in the Q&A panel. So later we will answer from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yensin. Right? Thank you so much for the very sincere and thoughtful sharing. Your journey reflects a strong passion for public health and practical application of nutrition knowledge to help the community. So, last but certainly not least, please join me in welcoming our third speaker, Miss Claire Ng Yen Wei. Miss Claire is also our final year nutrition student from NT 122 cohort at IMU University. With a deep-rooted passion for preventive healthcare, she is committed to empower people to lead healthier life through nutrition. She began her internship journey at Klinik Kesihatan Sri Kembangan, gaining hands-on experience on maternal and child health, growth monitoring, and nutrition consultation. Claire then progressed to the Sport Nutrition Academy, in short form SNAC, where she continued to contributed to the Athlete Center Nutrition Care, performance-focused education, and hydration assessment for sports performance. For a final placement, Claire broadened her global perspective by joining the Global Mobility Program at National Cheng Kung University at Taiwan. Currently, she is in Taiwan now. So, through this international experience, she aims to deepen her understanding of global nutrition practices, explore cross cultural dietary habits, and enhance her ability to deliver nutrition care across diverse populations. Claire is passionate about preventive healthcare, as mentioned, and she already have gained diverse experience through her internship, and now her journey will reflect a strong commitment to advancing health through nutrition across different setting and culture. She now will be sharing with us today the power of internship, my real-world nutrition journey. Let's hear from Claire.
Thank you, Dr. Chong. Hi, everyone. I'm Claire Ng, a final year nutrition student from IMU University. And today I'm excited to take you on the power of internships through my real world nutrition journey. And it's not about just what I've learned in the classroom, but it's actually what I've personally experienced and how it has shaped the way I see nutrition and how I want to practice it in the So my journey was actually built through three key placements. The first one being my community placement at Klinik Kesihatan PGD Petaling. I was here for 10 weeks. And my second internship was actually an industry internship at the Sports Nutrition Academy. I was here for 10 weeks as well. And finally, my last 6 weeks, and currently I'm actually doing my international global placement at National Cheng Kung University in Taiwan under IMU's Global Placement Program. So each of these actually taught me something different, and together they actually helped me discover where I belong in the field of nutrition. So let's start with my community experience at Klinik Kesihatan. During my community placement here, I was actually actively involved in providing nutrition consultations to clients, and this actually included assessing and interpreting their dietary intake and anthropometric measurements. I also made sure to offer personalized advice in a more compassionate and practical way for them. And I always have to consider the patient, like the client's culture and their lifestyle, and as well as their financial situation when I'm providing the recommendations to them. And apart from one-on-one consultations, I also conducted a group education session on breastfeeding and nutrition. I actually did this workshop, this breastfeeding talk to actually promote peer engagement and encourage open discussion among mothers and actually educate them about proper nutrition and how to properly breastfeed. And these sessions was actually delivered in both Bahasa Melayu and English. So I actually got to increase my skills in terms of language. And this experience actually really strengthened my skills in terms of public speaking, counseling, and adapting to nutrition messages to diverse community needs. It also gave me a deeper appreciation for how healthcare is actually delivered in the clinic here, especially in a multicultural setting. And over here, I actually also had the opportunity to work with this community by conducting an education program at SGKC Yuk Chai for the children there. So I actually made it really fun with my interns by setting up interactive stations and focused on teaching the kids there on how to read food labels, like the nutrition food labels on food items, products, to actually show them how they can use it to make better food choices and snack choices. And this experience actually taught me how to communicate with younger audiences using more of simple language, and we used a lot of visuals, hands-on activities for them. I also gained a lot of skills in terms of event planning, time management, and working closely with my team to actually keep everything running smoothly. And it reminded me how important it is to actually start nutrition awareness from a very young age and to always speak in a way that's relatable and also age appropriate. And below here, later, I also got the opportunity to actually join a home visit for a young child who is experiencing stunting and also underweight from a B40 household. And this was actually means that I actually visited low income family area. So we actually accessed her food intake. I observed her mealtime environment, and then we got to give family practical, affordable nutrition tips for the family. And from that experience, I actually learned the value of caring and also empathy and how to design nutrition interventions that actually work in real life and not just on paper. So this experience was actually a very grounding experience for me. And it also reminded me of the real impact nutrition can have, especially in vulnerable communities. And then after my community placement at the clinic, I actually explored the sports nutrition industry through my internship with SNAC, the sports nutrition. So how my interest in sports nutrition actually grew was after taking modules in IMU throughout my nutrition degree. I did modules such as nutrition, health and fitness, exercise physiology, sports nutrition, and physical conditioning. So these are some of the modules that actually gave me a more solid foundation to understand how food can actually fuel performance for athletes, and that's how I got interested. And I interned in SNAC. And during my internship here, I got to apply this knowledge that I learned. Like below here, this picture, I was at Epsom College tennis tournament where I actually got to conduct hydration and sweat rate assessments for young athletes. So we did things like measuring their sweat loss, testing urine specific gravity, and interpreting their results on the spot to actually give them more personalized hydration advice. So it actually taught me how to collect and also apply field data that I collected there. And I also got to communicate with both the athletes and also the coaches there to offer better practical solutions in a fast-paced. And then this is actually showing the one of like my most memorable experiences during my internship in SNAC. I actually organized and delivered a health promotion program called Smart Eating for Young Viewers at Complex Bukit Kiara, together with the Sports Nutrition Academy and one of my batchmates. So we actually worked with 73 young longbow athletes. They were aged about 12 to 18, so they were a young audience as well. And we actually taught them how to fuel properly and also stay hydrated. And I also showed them how to recover after training to support through nutrition. And what made it really special was how interactive it was. Because we didn't just give the talk, but I did more real-time hydration checks using urine color charts, like in the picture. I'm actually using the chart there, and I even conducted the urine-specific gravity testing by collecting their urine samples. And I still remember collecting and analyzing their urine samples on the spot. It was actually very cool, hands-on experience. And thanks to the athletes and coaches, I actually had that chance to try something that not many students get to do. And it reminded me how rewarding it is to make nutrition education fun and also meaningful, especially for the younger generation. And over here is actually another major highlight from my snack internship. I was actually involved in the KBS Biggest Loser campaign. It's actually a nationwide health and weight management initiative organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, KBS, in collaboration with SNAC. And I'm actually very grateful to have been selected to join this campaign because I had the opportunity to travel multiple sites across Malaysia, including Putrajaya, KL, and Terengganu to actually support the program. And as part of the nutrition team, I actually conducted in-body composition assessments. I also got to provide one-on-one nutrition consultations for the participants there. And I also shared a lot of practical meal planning advice. And this experience actually gave me valuable exposure to a large-scale public engagement and taught me how to communicate effectively with more diverse groups while taking into account of their cultural and lifestyle experiences. And over here, I actually got the chance to explore my creative side by co-creating content for Snacks Education Series campaign. And previously, personally, I was actually interested in social media. So this task actually I enjoyed doing very much because it made me realize how powerful content creation can be in shaping healthy habits, especially when it's simple and brief. So I'm actually thankful for the trust and freedom that Snack gave me because this experience actually grew my skills in terms of public health communication and also content creation. And now on to my international placement in Taiwan. I was actually incredibly grateful to receive funding support from IMU for this 6-week placement at National Cheng Kung University. I had a very incredible experience during my 6 weeks here. And over here are the modules that I took that actually helped me to fully engage with these experiences, which is like food culture, research methods, health promotion, and community nutrition. So because of these modules throughout my degree, it actually helped me appreciate the food here and also learn their culture and identity. And to also understand in terms of their research here with more confidence and see how nutrition policies can shape healthier communities. I also joined inspiring research presentations, like on the pictures on the right here. And I also got the opportunity to visit their hospitals here and got to see firsthand how Taiwan is actually actively handling the diseases, the chronic diseases through their dietary guidelines and their supportive nutritional food environments. So it's actually motivating to witness how hospitals and schools promote balanced meals over here. And it also made me excited to think about how Malaysia could actually learn and also grow from these kind of. And beyond the amazing food, of course, what really stood out to me in Taiwan here was how walkable and active the city felt because their walkways and their bike lanes and lively parks over here are very clean, and it made it very easy to stay active without even trying. So I really enjoyed walking outdoors. It really showed me how much the environment can actually influence healthy living. And I also had the wonderful opportunity to celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival here with my friends and witness the Dragon Boat race at Love River. So it was a nice cultural moment that I won't forget. And of course, this placement pushed me to adapt to a new culture and food environment, giving me a more deeper understanding of how nutrition fits into real life communities. And most of all, I've grown more confident in communicating across cultures, which is something I know will stay with me wherever I go next. And over here is my student journey. So when I first arrived in Taiwan, I started casually documenting my journey here on Instagram and TikTok. And I shared about how I found good nutrition foods in their convenience stores here in Taiwan and how I balance health while living abroad. So that's what I shared, and it actually increased my passion for content creation. So it was very meaningful to me because it gave me a more solid platform to simplify what I know in a way that was more relatable and engaging for the public. So I could talk about balanced meals and healthy living, and people actually listened and commented. So this experience actually grew into something bigger, like a more of my own personal brand. And more importantly, it helped me connect with others who genuinely wanted to make healthier choices. That's when I saw the potential of media as more than just a hobby, but as a tool for health, influence, and even future business opportunities. And this is a video of me um, of how I actually post on social media and what are the nutrition that I actually. And just a quick highlight, this photo actually shows me and my batchmate representing IMU and Malaysia as final youth speakers at the first Southeast Asian Youth Forum. Food and so we actually share our ideas on sustainable food systems and youth-driven health advocacy with participants from across Southeast Asia. And I'm truly thankful for the support and guidance from our lecturers, which helped us to reach this milestone. And on the right over here is the plaque and certificate appreciation. And thank you so much for listening to my. If you want to follow more of my blog and nutrition, you can actually find me on Instagram or TikTok. And if you're interested in nutrition, you can actually follow IMU's nutrition dietetics page to find more info.
Right. Thank you so much, Claire, for your sharing and dynamics and very inspiring journey. It's very exciting to see how your passion is evolving towards becoming a nutrition influencer, sharing accurate and evidence-based information with the public, right? So I would like to mention as well, currently our student, okay, is actually attending this live from different country. Yeah, currently Claire is in Taiwan. That's why you can see her lines breaking up. Okay, and then Sally is in Australia, and Yensin's currently in Malaysia. So we are all from in different country now. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we have three session. You have here all the three session. So now we are welcome any question from the floor. We can see we have been checking on the Q&A panel. So we are very glad to see there's a lot of questions over there. So don't worry, we will answer it. Right. So now, before that, okay, I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to our three outstanding nutrition students, Miss Sally, Mr. Yensin, and also Miss Claire, for your thoughtful sharing and honest reflection. So your journey reminds us how diverse, how impactful, and how rewarding a career in nutrition can be, whether it is in a community health, in an industry settings, or in a global collaboration. So now we are looking into the question. Okay, so some very exciting question. Right. Okay, let's pick some question to answer, not to worry. All right. My son just completed SPM and is undecided between dietetics, nutrition, or food science. Right. So I would like to take this question. So to answer, a lot of people, actually audience are not clear about these three profession. So nutritionist in basically is in health, okay, working in health, wellness, and also food industry. Mainly is to translate the research science into the language that can be understood by the consumer, and also to support marketing in the food industry, okay, food product industry, conduct wellness program, especially all these wellness program, prevention of disease, health promotion, especially towards healthy eating. All right, for dietetics mainly will provide medical nutrition therapy to the patient which already have disease condition. So mainly with the support of the MNT, medical nutrition therapy, that to improve the health status of the patient, and also mainly to manage the disease condition so that it would not become worse. Right? How about food science? So food science mainly to apply the food processing principle in food development, food innovation to preserve nutrient, to ensure the food stability, and also mainly to prolong the shelf life, okay, for the safe food for us to eat. All right, okay. Now, okay, this is a very interesting question. Is this program okay it's just for girl, and do the students need to know how to cook? So I think this question is very suitable for me to direct to Mr. Yensin, that he went through the program and he can, based on his experience, to explain further. Yensin, over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chong. So this question, right, just for girls, okay, this is one stereotype, lah, okay, like you see in our school, yeah, most of the students taking nutrition or dietetics, they are mostly girl, yeah, correct. But it's not like just for girls. Even like some courses like nurse, it's not only for girls, there are some boys joining. So definitely for nutrition, yes, okay, boys can also join. And please remember, boys can also do well in this course because you as long as you are patient, you are having the heart of sharing knowledge, sharing the good things to people, so that you'll be doing well. Most importantly is that you are putting your heart in it. You learn it by heart, then you will just do well. And do you need to know how to cook? We have some programs about cooking, but this is not a very big part. You have to know how to apply the correct nutrition concept to it. Like for example, how do we prepare a healthier version of burger? Are we using those burger that is like pre-packed one, or are we using those that is homemade, that you use your own meat, that then you don't add too much of the flavoring? So this is something very creative and interesting for you to explore. Yeah, that's my answer, lah, doctor.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Yansin. So I think from your personal experience, okay, our audience will be understand clearly that the training of the program, yeah, is not only specified for female, but whoever that have the passion to change people life, to have a prevention. Yep, very good. Right. Okay, let's go for the next question. What are the type of personalities are suitable to be a nutritionist? All right. Okay. So basically, as long as you have the passion, okay, you like people, you like to connect with people, you like to share nutrition information, you are curious about science, yeah, you want to connect to people, yeah, you are caring, the personality. So basically these are the people that we choose for nutrition. But however, I think it's good that for us to hear from our students, okay, Claire, that her personal sharing why she choose this as a profession based on the personality. Yeah, Claire, over to you. Thank you.
Basically, what actually inspired me to nutrition was actually the people around me, which is my family, especially my own mom, because she was actually diagnosed with a degenerative disease. But actually, through her nutrition and proper healthy lifestyle, she was actually able to live a more normal life. And that actually really opened up my eyes how powerful nutrition can actually be. And as I learned more, I became especially interested in how nutrition and proper eating habits can help prevent all these chronic diseases instead of only treating them after they happen. So I truly believe that prevention is actually better than cure. And that's what actually drives my passion in this. I hope that answers the question.
Yep, definitely. Claire, you have answered the question very well. Thank you so much. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, right. How do you think internship is helpful in your career? How do you decide where to do internship? All right. So later on, we will mention. All right. IMU actually have a GTP program. They call graduate training program. We have a industry partners that working together with us. So from there, we will understand what's the business nature, and then we will map to the interests of our students. All right. But however, to make it further elaboration, perhaps we invite Yensin to elaborate more how internship able to help him and how he decide to intern in current placement in Health Lane. Yensin, over to you. Thank you.
Okay, so to answer the first question first, how do I think internship is helpful in my career? So that just now we also did mention, so university did provide you those knowledge in nutrition, provide you your tests, your things, but something that you have to really go explore is the social experience, the workplace relationship, and also how do you communicate with your clients, with your customer, with your patient. So this is important that you really have to face the real case. Although in school you might be knowing that you have to suggest something to maybe like you have to suggest fish oil to someone that is high in cholesterol, but this is just that the concept. And how do you going to verbally explain the thing in a simpler way to the customer so that they are able to understand why do they need it? So that internship is the place where we can learn our interpersonal skill, our communication skill, our speaking, to just let ourselves got a chance to practice. And also interpersonal relationship, you have your colleagues, right? So you have to maintain a good relationship with them so that you can work well as a team member. Yeah, there's so very important things that you can gain from internship. Yeah. And where do I find that place is because that you have to explore different possibilities, and after that you have to filter which one is your potential future career pathway. But if even okay, even you feel that it might not be your future choice, it's okay as long as you experience already. The gains are still following you. You can anytime pick another field when you graduate and looking for another job. It's all free one. So never mind. Yeah, just try to explore things that you interest in that moment. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Yensin. Yeah, very well said. It's all free one. All right. Don't bother. You just feel free, go and experience. So that's very good. So that is a one good thing about IMU. Yeah, our students, we actually send for different places for placement. They start with a clinical kesihatan placement in a government setting. Yeah. Then after that, they will go for the industry. Yeah, some of them like our girls over here, they choose to have a specialized, to have a global experiences. So we've sent them overseas. Yensin choose to have sharpened his skill in industry, so he choose to stay in local in pharmacy as a retail nutritionist to sharpen his skill and to complete his internship. So this is a lot of flexibility based on the student how they want to shape themselves. All right. Okay. Thank you, Yensin. Very good. Right. This I like your spirit. For free one, just try. Yeah. No harm to try. Yeah. Life is about trying. Okay. Okay. Right. Very good. Now, from what next question? From what I gather from this sharing, nutritionists are in health education and prevention with the public. It is true. Can I work in a hospital? So basically, it's very much depends on the scope of the work. If let's say the hospital itself, it has a special arms that emphasize on prevention and also for wellness, then definitely nutrition is very much needed there. Yeah, so it's based on actually a lot of healthcare, they are looking on prevention really because with the rise of the healthcare costs. So prevention is very important sector. That's part of nutritionist job in health promotion and also to implement all this intervention plan to help to lower down the disease rate. So this is something that our country will look into Yeah, very important, especially with the rise of the all these insurance costs or medical costs. Okay, now, right. So if let's say you are very passionate about clinical work, okay, like to deal with disease management, then we actually in IMU we have a sister program with a dietetics program. So if you're interested to know more, then please feel free to drop in. We will follow up with you. Yeah, that will we actually have that program as well in IMU. Right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, right. Right. What are the job opportunities for this course? As mentioned, okay, for nutrition, you can work in preventive, okay, in a wellness arm in a hospital. If let's say in a wellness center, okay, for the disease prevention, you can support food industry in terms of all these claim substantiation, research. Also, you can work in a research center to look into the nutritional research, as well as also can work in an NGO looking into food security and food safety. That's an international platform. Yeah, there's many more. All right. Okay, we move on to the next question. I saw there is a research module under the IMU nutrition program. Is it hard doing? How important is this field? Oh, research module. Definitely, because our degree is with honors. So anything with honors definitely will come in research. Yeah. So one of the very important role of a nutrition is we are scientists. We are scientists as well. So that's why all of the students are trained in evidence based. Yeah, all of them are look into that. They are trained to look into scientific evidence. They are not only good in searching scientific evidence, but they're also good in conducting research to produce scientific evidence. So this is one of the very important skill to be equipped as a nutritionist. Not only just giving public talk, not only giving policy implementation, designing policy, but nutritionist is a scientist. So they have equipped with a proper and how to say competence research skill to conduct research to prove evidence. Yeah, so this is part of the nutritionist competency, which is very important to support the public health and also the public safety as well. So it's a very important skill as a nutritionist. Yeah, so that's why it's very important to have nutritionists in the country or in the international, because they are generating all this evidence to actually to overall to promote health and also wellness. Okay, right. Okay. Can an introvert join this program? Suitable? Yes, suitable. Okay, as mentioned early on, we have many job field. Yeah, if you're a person that very extrovert, yeah, you like to engage with people, then you like Yanxin, huh? So you can choose to be a retail nutritionist where because the time is short, he don't get to share much, but he actually have the very fulfilling experience that he was once giving a small group education to a fruit store auntie. Okay, Yancy, do you want to have 2 minutes to talk your experience? Yeah, you can join in.
So this is something that I feel really happy to see the improvement, because I was in the pharmacy and the fruit store was just opposite the shop, and the auntie first was like just coming to buy some medicine and didn't know there's nutritionist in this place. And after that she noted that, oh, there's a nutritionist. Then I start talk to her. So what kind of diet you usually practice, and any food that you feel like you want to eat but you're not sure whether it's high blood glucose, so that I just discuss with her. So sometimes when she's free, she will just come and we will have a short chat. And after that, I let her know that I have one program. It's actually part of the school project, but I invite her to join in so that she can learn. And this is her first time using electronic devices. Like she's almost 60 and not so intelligent in the the electronic things. And she's so willing to join. And after that, she being very like active in responding the questions, and also she feedback to me that she learned a lot. She take pen and take note some important points, and she say she are going to share to her friends and family. So that moment I feel it's so fulfilling and happy after seeing her getting the correct information, and she's willing to share out. So I feel that's the meaning of doing this project.
Right. Agree. Yeah, because
True.
if she doesn't talk to you, maybe in 5 years or 10 years down to the road, she's diabetic already. Yeah, because she met a nutritionist who with passion, tell her the correct information that prevent her disease. You change a person's life. All right. So extrovert, you can do very fulfilling. Oh, but how about you are introvert? Then you can be a researcher. Nutrition is a researcher. In fact, you can be a regulatory, or maybe you can work as a evidence-based nutritionist in a company, that's especially those that in a big company, or we don't mention the brand, the big company, they actually have a team of nutritionists that look into the claims. You see that those that active ingredient or functional ingredient that put inside the nutritional product, they need to be evidence support. Who are the one that looking for the evidence? All these are nutritionists. So if you are introvert, you like to read, okay, you like to read and find evidence, that's a place over there. And also we actually do train in the lab work as well, lab work, hands-on food analysis. So if you are do not like to interact people, you can work in the lab to testing all these nutrient inside the food. So nutritionist is not only okay as a nutritionist as advocates, but also nutritionist is a researcher as well. Yeah, so if you're introvert, yes, you can. Yeah, just based on your job nature. In terms of looking for evidence to support the claims, or maybe in terms of working in the lab, yeah, to testing all these nutrition products. So all these are available. Okay, right, very good. This is a very good question. Okay, another question. Does this global mobility internship allow students to have better opportunity to look for a job? Definitely. Yeah, because with the network and also the exposure. So this will actually, you have a step further. Yeah, you have one step further outside the world. Yeah. Okay, can I work overseas with this degree? Yes. Okay. Right. So our degree is recognized in overseas as well. Okay. How hard is it to get a job in the field after graduating? Definitely you get a job. That's why you see us here. We are nutritionists, we get a job. That's why we work as a lecturer. A lot of them work in the food industry to be the marketing. You see, for example, some big company, previously their product is not so, I cannot mention brand, but if you observe, okay, previously it's not so healthy, but with the help of nutritionists, they reformulate the product to become a healthier version. Okay, less sugar, less salt, less oil. So this is the important role of nutritionists to influence the food industry to make it healthy. So definitely every day you are eating food. So as long as that you are eating food, there is a job for nutritionists. Because as long as you are looking for health, there's a job for nutritionists. Okay? Okay, good. Right. So I think I've answered all the questions. So before we end the session, before I end the session, I would like to highlight some very important points for IMU in program. Yeah, basically in IMU, we offer some how to say internship opportunity. We have global mobility placement, which is this program will offer you a chance to live and learn abroad. So this is what Sally and also Claire opt for. Sally went for Deakin in Australia. Claire went for National Cheng Kung University, a very famous university in Taiwan. So this will offer you a chance to live in Taiwan and also in Australia to feel the environment and the food culture. So that will actually gain an international perspective that will actually help you to have an enriching experience, not only expand your horizon, but definitely strengthen your global employability. So I think with that, I answered some of the questions. All right. Okay, so if you look into our chat box, we have shared the link. So if you're interested to learn more about our Global Mobility Placement Program, please feel free to click into the link. Right, other than that, FIB keep on mentioning, we have Graduate Trainee Program as well. Yeah, in short form, GTP, Graduate Trainee Program. So this actually will help our student to secure a structured industry placement to achieve our learning outcome as a entry-level nutritionist. So this program includes a series of career development workshop, okay, including teaching you how to be interviewed, how to build up your LinkedIn, okay, right, helping students to gain practical exposure, build their skills, interview skills as well, and then soft skill as well to enhance their employability. So if you're interested to know who is our partner, okay, our industry partner, look into the chat box now. Chat box, we have put in the link. So please feel free to click in. Then you will see a list of industry partner, which is our graduate training program. So with that, our graduate from IMU, they have a higher opportunity to get employed. So basically, all our students, okay, they all get employed lah. Yeah. Okay. So with all this opportunity. So before we end the session, okay, any question? Let me look into the chat box before we end. All right. Okay, so I think about the challenges in getting canteen operator to change their menu offering. So we will answer your question because it's quite long, so that we will answer to you, not to worry. All right. Okay, so if that any further questions? All right, okay. So to our current and future student, right, thank you so much. We hope today's session has inspired you to see the many exciting and meaningful paths that a career of in nutrition can offer you. The future of nutrition definitely is in your hand, and your journey can always begin right here in IMU University. Thank you once again for being with us today, and we hope to see you in our classroom or perhaps at your future internship. Thank you so much to our 3 students, right? Thank you so much and see you again. Good night.